Opera SM here with the Colossal Tussle left node event. This is a really cool Brokhan deck. There's a deck tech video available later if you want more details in it, where we use this Twist of Fate event support to use when you cycle another card. We're going to leverage that when you cycle a spell card, you gain 2 loyalty, and you can trigger it up to 3 times to leverage that for 6 loyalty a turn and turbo ramp into Sarkhan's ultimate ability, which is fetch the next 3 creatures with power 6 or greater from your library, give them full mana. Then all creatures in your hand gain haste. So we are taking on our Phuktärd opponent here. His name is literally Phuktärd. So we're going to have fun making that sort of joke throughout this entire event to turbo ramp into our loyalty abilities, and then hopefully kick the crap out of our opponent very quickly by getting Otremi mutated on the battlefield, destroying creatures from our library, and then attacking, and then bringing more creatures from our library back to our hand with full mana. This is a weird starting hand with this deck. We have Otremi Vadrak, Unpredictable Cyclone, 6 cycling spells, and Ruinous Ultimatum to cast as a backup plan. We have our Unpredictable Cyclone and the Ruinous Ultimatums in our starting hand, so that's actually kind of funny. That's not really what the deck wants to do. So we'll start by taking this green match 5, which will cascade into a black match 3, at least, potentially into even a white cascade there, but we'll go ahead and do that for now. And then let's see what else we can grab. There's a blue match 3 in a couple different ways. We could take a blue match 3 in the 3rd column, which would drop down to a black match 3 as well. Let's see if there's anything better. There is a white match 4 across the top. I think the blue match 3 into the opposing black match 3, which if the one of the infinite supports switched to red, we could maybe even get a red. We're going to go ahead and do that. We'll have Unpredictable Cyclone charged up in our hand should we need it. And we got the red match and the black match. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Take that, Phuktärd opponent. Again, sorry, I'm going to have way too much fun with that. I'm very surprised they actually let someone have a username called Phuktärd, but the person played around with it enough with alternate spellings. That's interesting. We'll say interesting, yes. So we draw another non-cycling card, which is a little unfortunate, but we can also just hardcast an Otremi to start trying to beat down on the opponent should we need to. So we have a green match 3 we could take. We have a red match 3 we could take. Some white match 3s. What's going to be the best choice here? Our green match 3 could potentially lead to a blue match 3 as well, cascaded, so I think that's what we're going to do. Our opponent has +1 across the board for their abilities. Our loyalty is now at 5. We need to get it up to 21 to really kick it off with gas here. We have a green match on the bottom, which could also lead to a green match on top. I'm just going to take this top match. Not sure if it's right or not, but that's what I'm going to do. Our opponent should take a white into a red match here. Yeah, white and red. Yeah, that's fine. Great. We can actually start to cycle here. Huzzah! All right. So we're going to cycle for some loyalty. Let's look at where our loyalty is right now. It's 6 out of 8. We're going to go ahead and cycle this. So now our loyalty should be 8 out of 13. Yeah, we're drawing into almost all of our non-cycling cards, which is a little weird in this deck because it's not what really we're supposed to be doing. But we're going to keep going. If we can, we'll hardcast our Otremi. I think... Yeah, we could hardcast the Otremi, and then we could mutate the Vadrak onto it, and we would get both of their mutate abilities when that happened to destroy. So I think I'd rather just have an Otremi on the board here. we're still in no real danger of needing to cast the Unpredictable Cyclone and cycle into a Ruinous Ultimatum with full mana. So we're okay here. I have a red match into a black match here, which would give us a decent amount of mana here. We also have a green match into a blue match, which is even better, because that will give us 12 mana with our mana gains here. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Let's see if there's anything else quickly before I find something else. I can't see it, so we're just going to do that so Bryce doesn't take forever. Okay, so we have an Otrimi on the board. This is not normally how this deck plays out, but we'll keep playing with it. Ooh, our opponent has a, what is this, Sorin? Yep, so Sorin would gain their give their creatures life gain, kill our vanguards, which we don't have, and then return stuff to the battlefield. And we drew another Unpredictable Cyclone. Wow, this is a very, very strange way that this deck is not normally supposed to work. But I guess the backup plan of just casting a Vadrock mutating onto Otrimi to destroy our first 3 creatures, and then they could come back to our hands with mana could actually work pretty fine. So let's see, our loyalty is up to 10. We want to get it to 21. So we're going to go ahead and just, I guess, try to hard cast this Vadrock onto stuff. Let's see what we can do. We have some black matches we could make in various ways. White matches we could make. Could also just take a loyalty to actually try to turbo ramp up a little farther, but I think I'd rather just get some actual other matches here if possible. Wow, this is a weird, weird match. This is not how this deck is supposed to go at all, but you run with the punches and you make it work how you can. We could get a black match that could drop a green match down if we make this match moving the black in the middle row from the bottom up to the second from the bottom thing. We could also take a white match and hope to drop down to a green match there. Wow, this is a weird, weird position. What makes the most sense here? I don't know. This is a very strange board position and a very strange game in general. So Otrimi, when he attacks, when he deals damage to our Planeswalker, we'll return the first creature card from our graveyard to our hand. So I guess we're going to just try to get Vadrox out because we have plenty of mana to cycle if we need to later. So let's see. Black match or a white match. I think I probably should take this white match to get rid of their Sarkhan Vanguard gem, and then hope to get a green match. Theoretically, the black match could change the middle infinite support gem the opponent has into a blue gem, but I don't know if that's the right sort of case. That's what it's suggesting, so I don't know how the computer actually plays around with all that crap, but I'm just going to take the white match here. We'll see if they end up taking something different with things, but that might have been a reason not to do it potentially, but great. Got another cycling card here. So let's go ahead and cycle. Hopefully we get into some more cycling cards. Another Vadrock. Blah. Very, very strange match. So I'm going to get rid of this Vadrock, I guess. The other thing I could do is just get rid of one of the other Ruinous Ultimatums, so I guess I'll do that. Very weird match here. Definitely not how the deck wants to run, but we're pretty close. We're up to 13 out of 21 mana for the ultimate. So let's see here. Could take a blue match. We could take a red match. We could take a black or a loyalty match. Could take a green match, which could theoretically drop down into another red match. That might be what my brain just wants to do here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our hand, so we could still draw a card the next turn. Yeah, this is such a weird, weird match. I think the green into the red match is potentially into a red match is probably best. It might actually be best just to turbo ramp here, but I'm just so confused with what's happening on this game that it's a little bizarro. So we'll just take that for now, and our opponents should take a black into the loyalty match, I think, but nope. Okay. Great, got a little more to cycle here. Hopefully we'll actually draw into more cycling cards. That's what this whole deck is. There we go. This is more what the deck is supposed to do, is cycle into other cyclers. Another non-cycler. That's kind of hilarious. 18 out of 21. So if we can get a cycling or a loyalty match, we could get an ultimate here, which is probably what we're going to do. So we can go off next turn. I'm going to get rid of a Vadrock from hand. If I can cast this Vadrock, mutating it onto our Atrebi, then we could destroy our first 3 different creatures, and then when it attacks, it'll return something to our hand with some mana, which would be pretty good. And if it does that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our hand, go down to 4, go up to 5. We could draw 1 the next turn. So we need 2 loyalty, 3 loyalty total. So we could take a black into a blue, which would not get us quite there, or we can just take this loyalty match in the 5th column, and that could theoretically drop into either a black match, a red match, or a loyalty match. So I think that's what we're going to do here. So next turn I can show you what the deck is supposed to do. There's our opponent. They have a lifelink dragon. Great. So I can show you what's supposed to happen now. So we have a lot of loyalty here. Go ahead, barrier breach to cycle. This is what the deck is supposed to do. It's supposed to be able to cycle into more cyclers like you're seeing right here, and then turbo ramp into the ultimate. Sure, why don't we just go for complete... Actually, we'll save that for next turn in case something else happens. We're going to Vadrock mutating on, and then actually our ultimates. So what we have to do is make a little bit of room in our hand so we get enough cards. I'm going to go ahead and cycle this away. Great, so now we have not full loyalty because I did it already enough turns. So what we're going to do here is use our ultimate here. Get a lot of creatures with mana onto them. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a Vadrock mutating onto Otremi. Then we are going to play another Vadrock and then mutate an Otremi onto it, then reinforce our Otremi. And then the real fireworks are going to start. So let's see, we've got a green match we can take. We can also take just a, yeah, I think the green match and then maybe dropping into a red loyalty match is probably going to be our best. So here we go. We're going to mutate onto our Otremi. Going to cast that. We're going to mutate onto that guy. Those guys both have haste, and then that reinforced. We attacked, and see when we attack, what it's doing is it's using Otremi's. When you attack, you get to return a creature from your graveyard back to your hand with full mana. It did that for both our creatures because they're both mutated, so they get all the abilities, which is pretty cool. And then the mutate ability of Otremi let us destroy creatures from our graveyard to our hand, so we should have even more left in there this turn. Yep, exactly. So now we just start to pile on all the damage that we're going to do. So we'll just reinforce onto these. What I'm actually going to do, let's see if our opponent has anything in play we care about. Heliod, we don't really care about. Sorin, we don't really care about. So let's go ahead and just do some cycling here. Jeez, we're drawing so many non-cycling cards in this deck. That's funny because we have 6 out of our 10 cards in our deck are cycling cards. So as you can see, we've already cast 5 of our 5 out of 4 things for that, and we shouldn't even need to cast a spell. But if we do, we can just get this unpredictable cyclone into play and then cycle away a cycling spell to fetch up a fully charged Ruinous Ultimatum. So let's see, I could get a... I think I'm just going to take a blue match of some sort here because that gives us the most mana. Go ahead and do that. And a blue, and oh yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse. This is great. So now we're going to attack, continue getting more stuff back from our graveyard, fully charged, and just cooking with gasoline right here. So again, it's a very strange deck. Usually what you're going to do is just start cycling away, cycling spells right from the get-go to turbo ramp. We actually ended up hard casting some creatures, but now you can see really what the deck is doing is once you're able to activate Sarkhan's ultimate, get creatures reinforced, you're just going to start doing some crazy, crazy things. So, let's see. We're just going to go ahead and cycle because we can. Why not? Get a little more loyalty because we can. Great. And then we could theoretically even activate this Sarkhan's ability even one more time, which is just insane. Can we actually... Excuse me. I think we can actually even win this turn if we do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead, we'll just get rid of these. Having to cycle unpredictable cyclones kind of a pain in the butt, but do that to try to get rid of some things. Could even wait till next turn, but Ruinous Ultimatum we don't need. Yeah, now we're getting all the cycling cards we didn't want before. That's kind of funny. We don't even necessarily need to do this. I should just win the match here. But we're seeing if we can activate the ultimate to do some silly things. We don't even need to do that. We'll just wait so I don't waste some more crap. But alright, so we'll cast these. Get some more stuff to our hand that we can cast. Yeah, so they were just going kind of crazy now. But yeah, this is a super cool deck. It's just really kind of fun to play a deck in that you can only cast one or less spells, but you're playing a deck with 7 spells in it. You're like, what the heck? But, alright, Phuktärd, you're about to be vanquished. So we'll just go ahead and just cast this and put this Phuktärd out of their misery. There we go. Alright, hope you enjoyed this really interesting Brokhan Twist of Fate event support turbo loyalty ramp deck. I love this for the left node. Hope you can enjoy and take it out. Alright, sorry Phuktärd, maybe you'll win next time.